Alright, what's up ladies and gentlemen, it's Super here and welcome to another Mortal Kombat 1 basic character tutorial. Today we're probably going to be playing with or I guess I'll be teaching you guys one of the most requested characters for me to do a breakdown on, which is Reiko. Reiko seems to be incredibly popular amongst, people, at least in my comment section. I haven't seen too much of him online, but the times that I have seen him, he's been really good versus me, and obviously you guys have seen me put in work with him, so here I am. Leave a like on the video for the Reiko basic character tutorial. So Reiko's actually pretty interesting because he has a lot of strengths, but he also has some weaknesses. He has amazing range with these attacks that have this red aura around them. He has a mid command grab, which is absolutely amazing. And if you pair him with Darius, which is the cameo that I'm going to be using, you can pair him with whoever you want, but I'll teach you guys Darius. You could get some insane damage and pretty much like very good combo conversions, especially off his command grab. It's meter burn command grab, normal command grab, whatever. So let's get things started here. You guys know the deal. I usually only teach you like the very basics and just what I use with him, so I'm not gonna go through his whole combo strings, but I also want to mention that whenever I talk about the numbers, I'm just referring to the face buttons, which you guys see on the screen right now. X is 1, Y is 2, A is 3, and B is 4. So that's what I'm referring to when I talk about numbers, and just convert that to PlayStation if you guys play on PlayStation. But Reiko has a really good mid. That's where I'm going to start off here with forward 1. It goes into forward 1, 2. I think it's only -5 on block, and that really helps out his strike throw game. You guys know in Mortal Kombat 1, Mortal Kombat 11, strike throw is very powerful. And especially considering that Reiko has a mid command grab, and what I mean by mid command grab is, let me just show you guys real quick. Opponent type, ducking. So my opponent's going to be ducking. If I do the normal command grab, it's going to miss because this is a high command grab. But if I meter burn it, too far. If I meter burn it, it grabs my opponent even though they're crouching without blocking, making it a mid command grab, a true throw command grab. And that's what makes Reiko's strike throw game even more powerful, because then you incorporate Darius into the mix, and doing stuff like doing stuff like this, and then going into the Darius assist into combo extension. He gets some crazy damage, but I wanted to start off with his forward 1, because it goes into forward 1, 2, 4, and this is a really good hit confirmable combo string. You could also use it with his special move, which is this. It's a special launcher. It does a little bit more damage than just going with his normal. That does 260, and if you just go with this, I think it does 230. 242. It does a little bit more damage if you go with this move right here, his rising knee, but this is a lot easier to hit confirm, because for this you're gonna have to cancel this, and even canceling it you're gonna be negative, or you're gonna have to hit confirm. I find it easier. You guys have seen me play Reiko. I find it easier to just hit confirm it into that. So you guys could do whatever you want. A lot of people hit confirm it into his run. You could also hold the run, which we'll talk about in a second, but always use his mid. It's a really good tool for Reiko, not only to incorporate a strike throw, down 1 into mid or down 1 into command grab. His strike throw game is really good with that forward 1, 2 to help him out. So that's really good. His fastest button right here, stand 1, 2. It doesn't have the best range in the world. I find myself not using it too much. He's pretty close right here. Like stand 2, for example, is going to hit at that range, and this is not. But it is a good anti-air. So if your opponent is trying to jump in on you with jump 3, use that stand 1. Well, let's just do a quick demonstration. Something like that, and then you can go into your Darius assist and continue your combo from there. But stand 1's a really good anti-air. You could always use it to punish if your opponent is really close. Then that's when you use this, his slide move or his rising knee move to punish your opponent. If it's a guaranteed punish and you're this close, that's when you go in for that, because this right here is 16 frames compared to this, which is 7 frames. So keep that in mind. This is going to be your best punish tool. You could also use the stand 2, which has more range, but it is 10 frames, so it's 3 frames slower than his stand 1. But as you guys see, look at this. This absolutely atrocious range because he punches upwards, so it's like a ultra high instead of just being a high. Like this is a high, but look at that. Look look at the direction that hits compared to this. Like, it's crazy. So unless you're really close to your opponent and it's a guaranteed punish, that's when you go with your fast attack. But other than that, you could you know, use a stand 2-1. It also goes into a low attack right here. Go into that, mix things up a little bit. Another one of his really strong tools is his back 3. This thing right here, I got so much mileage from this when I played with Reiko online. Look at this thing. It goes beyond character length. It's crazy how good this button is. It goes into back 3-4, and back 3-4 is a high, so I think people could duck it. Hold on, let me see if let me have, I actually don't know if you could duck it. Let me have him auto. Yeah, so you could duck it. Even for max range. Oh, maybe you can. Because he is supposed to be crouching. Maybe I should have him in stance, right? Yeah, I think stance is yeah, so you can crouch it even at max range, but to be honest, whenever I fight people online, nobody crouches that. Nobody crouches that. So I would recommend you guys throw that out there. It has crazy range, but where you're gonna use this the most actually is to whiff punish your opponent. So if Reptile does, you know, his back 3, his low, right, and he does it from like this range, you could actually punish him with your own back 3. And the cool thing is you can go into your running attack, go into your upwards knee, and look at that, it's still combos. Like, this has a crazy amount of hit stun. So if you're able to have the reactions to hit confirm that, then you're going to be doing really good with Reiko. If you don't, then, you know, you're going to leave some damage, but you're still going to be able to whip punish your opponent with back 3-4. But this move right here is just incredible. Like, it's incredible how good this move is. Other combo strings that are really good are his stand 3-4. That's going to be your main combo extender. So after something like that, stand 3-4 into the slide, and then boom, that's pretty much your basic meterless bread and butter. You want to spend meter, obviously you do the meter burn slide. And whenever you want to finish your combo into a command grab, the best thing to do is just use stand 3. Use stand 3 into command grab and you'll be good. Like, it'll combo pretty much every time you do something like this. So don't try to convert your command grab from this or anything. Just do stand 3, boom, command grab, and you're good to go. As far as his special moves, he has one of, if not the best projectile in the game. This thing is so good. The ninja stars, it hits 3 times. He sends 3 of them out there, so it's gonna break your opponent's armor no matter what armor move attack they do. And then if you do this one, it shoots 5 of them out and they're mid, and let's see how much chip damage it does. Look at that. It does so much chip damage, and you have to take it because it's a mid. Look at that. And then if you start incorporating your like down 4 into your projectile, mid projectile, look at all that chip damage. That's insane. Even the normal one does a ton of chip damage. Obviously a normal one, you duck it without blocking, and that's how you avoid getting all that chip damage. And your opponent's getting meter, or like you're getting meter if your opponent's blocking that. But Reiko's projectile is one of the best in the entire game, which is pretty crazy because he is a grappler. He is a strike throw character, Yet he has what might be the best projectile in the game, which makes Reiko like incredibly good, like really good. But of course you have to pair him with the right cameo to like really make him work. And I think Darius is like the perfect cameo for him. You could pair him with Cyrax, you could pair him with Serena, it doesn't really matter. Serena actually would be really good because you could hit him from distance to Serena. So you could pair him with whoever, you just got to find the right combination that actually works for him. So next up, we have his slide right here. This is going to be your primary combo extender, meter burn. I don't really find any use for the normal one, unless you just want to throw it out there to your opponent, maybe slide under projectiles or something like that. For example, I don't know if Reiko is fast enough to actually do it, but if somebody does the Serena assist from like up close, there's a gap between there. You might be able to slide and then punish, but it might be a little bit too slow. But if anything, you could just do the normal slide. I think the normal slide might be able to punish, but the meter burn one, the knives come back anyway, so you won't be able to get like a full combo punish like that, like you normally would. But test it out. Let me know if that actually works or not. But a lot of characters like Melina, Sub-Zero, some of these characters with low profiling, you know, slides, ball rolls, stuff like that, could go under the knives coming back. I think Reiko might be able to do the same thing. This is going to be your primary wake-up attack, so use this to wake up on your opponent. He does have his parry. How do you do his parry? His parry is like this. Is it down back? Yeah, down. I don't use this thing at all. I find that whenever I use it, it's by mistake. If you guys have had success using it, let me know in the comments. But if you do it normally, it's just gonna, you know, parry your opponent and hit him. If you meter burn it, it becomes the stun state. Like Reiko's gonna stun your opponent, you're gonna be able to continue the combo. But to be honest, I'd rather save meter for the mid command grab. Look at this. The mid command grab is Reiko's best tool. 21%, 210 damage off one normal command grab. That's more than Jason did in Mortal Kombat X. I think even when he was buffed up with the green chain. So that's a lot of damage. Not unstoppable Jason. If you were at 1% with unstoppable Jason, who was doing 32% command grab. Think about that. But 21% is still really good, and especially the fact that it's a mid command grab, meaning if your opponent literally has to jump over it, neutral jump it, jump back, or they could armor through it. Other than that, you know, you're going to be able to hit them with that command grab if they're blocking it in any way. I think you could also combo into it. Yeah, you could combo into it. Can you combo into the normal one? No, you can't combo into the normal one. Meter burn one you can. It doesn't really matter in that situation unless you do something like this. Whoops. Something like that. Combo it to get a little bit extra damage right there, 47%. But the command grab is Reiko's bread and butter. You know, strike throw game with his mid, strike throw with that command grab. That's going to be your bread and butter, and it's going to be your main combo extender, especially if you're using Darius. So one thing I will give you guys tips on the command grab is you want to keep your opponent close to Reiko as possible. That's how you're going to be able to call in Darius. So a lot of people ask me, how do I do it? Once Reptile is like in the air, like vertically, like right, hold on, let me pause it, like right there, that's when I call Darius in, because then Darius is gonna come like once he's about in the middle, or maybe not actually. Okay, he has to be a little bit past the middle, like right there. Like once he's on, like Reiko is on the way to slamming him down, that's when you call the Darius assist. And you have to make sure, this is very important, that you hold the opposite side that you want Reptile to stay in. So for example, Reptile's falling to my left side, this side back here, he's falling there, right? So naturally you would hold the right side because you want him to stay in front. But for some reason in this game it's the opposite. So you hold back right here and he stays in front. It's really weird. You guys can see my button log right there. I'm holding back, but he's staying front. the muscle memory is something that it took me a while to get used to when I was playing Reiko, because it's supposed to be the opposite. You're supposed to hold the direction you want your opponent to stay in. Not in this case. You want to hold the button where Reiko is, like, where his head is pointing, and that's how you're going to get him to stay in front, and that's how you're going to get him with the Darius assist. So call the Darius assist, like right here, boom, you're going to be able to combo every time. That's actually the harder link right there. So I'll give you guys a tip. Whenever you use a Darius assist, I would recommend you guys, it's actually pretty lenient. Like you could see once he's like across to the other side, almost getting slammed, that's when you could call in Darius. Like you have a big window. It's actually easier to call him before you're supposed to than after you're supposed to, if that makes sense. Like you have a lot of time to see, okay, I'm already on the other side, so I could call in Darius and then start holding right. Well, I mean, start holding left in this situation. You hold right over here. Like you have plenty of time. But my tip is just use stand 3 to combo, because as you guys see, this is a harder link. It does a little bit more damage. See, it's easier to call him like before you're supposed to than after. So this does a little bit more damage. 380, 383 it was. Compared to 353. It does a little bit more damage, but trust me, especially when you're playing online, getting the stand 3-4 into meter burn slide conversion is a lot harder than it looks. Like if you could get it consistently, then good for you. You're gonna get that extra 30 points of damage, that extra 3%. But if you don't, and you want to ensure that you're getting the proper damage, then just go for the stand 3, and then you go for another stand 3 into command grab. But the big boy damage is gonna come when you have your fatal blow. So obviously your fatal blow is a command grab. You do it, boom. You could also aim it upwards, keep that in mind. If your opponent is jumping at you, you could aim it upwards and, you know, get it anyway. But, oh, did I talk about the running knee? Like the upwards knee? Well, pretty much if you hold A, you get this run. I'm the worst at making these tutorials, right? You get this run. By the way, run mechanic would look so sick in Mortal Kombat 1, wouldn't it? Look how fast Reiko is. You press down to cancel, and then for the running knee, you could actually hold it, and then if you press back, he'll do that, and you let go of the A button, he'll do that running knee, and that's when you're gonna get that. And you have a long time, especially after this, to still get that running knee. This one is gonna be a lot faster because you're gonna be able to see them, see the opponent get hit. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. This is like incredibly minus on blocks, so be careful with that. But his fatal blow is where you're gonna get a lot of damage, and the combo that you guys see everybody do that uses this combination is to the Darius into stand 3 meter burn slide into stand 3 fatal blow. So it looks something like this. And this does, I think, 62%. This is a very expensive team, I will say, because Darius takes a long time to come back when you use him once, because his assist is so powerful. But he is coming back during the time that you're doing your X-ray or your fatal blow. So as you guys see, he barely just recovered, so you have to keep that in mind every time they use Darius. It's gonna take him like 10-12 seconds to come back, so just keep that in mind. You don't even have to start it off with this. You could do your normal combo. You could do a normal combo into the fatal blow, and this does over 50, I'm pretty sure. The fatal blow doesn't scale that much, which is amazing. I think this does like, what, 56? 52% off a normal punish. You know, stand 1 punish, something like this. You could even use the bar of meter if you want. You could even use the extra bar of meter on the command grab to get that extra bit of damage if the game is like in the balance. How much is this gonna do? I think this does about 60% as well. Yes, exactly 600 damage. So that cost me 2 bars and a Darius cameo assist. So it's a very powerful combination. You don't need to use your fatal blow. Like if you just go for something like this. That does 45%. It's pretty good. You don't even need to use the meter burn one to do something like this. And this does 35%. If you anti-air your opponents. Oh yeah, that's right, I have this. Oh, I did it too early this time. You anti-air your opponent with stand 1, and that's gonna lead to about 60% if you use your 2 bars and your Darius assist and your fatal blow. So character does an insane amount of damage. Oh, excuse me. It's 63%. I'm sorry. Let's see. What about if you don't use the other bar of meter? Because you don't have to use the other bar of meter. This is just with 1 bar of meter. I'm pretty sure it's still going to do over 50. Easy. Easy over 50. Maybe about 54? 53%. 1 bar of meter, your fatal blow, and a Darius assist. So, yeah, Reiko's a very, very powerful character. I would definitely recommend using him with Darius because they work so well together. And it makes Reiko's strengths even stronger because he is a strike throw command grab character, even though he has this amazing projectile. So while Darius is, on cooldown, you could use your projectile to, annoy your opponent. You still have this pressure game right here. You still have your down 1, down 3 into command grab, stuff like that. So that's it for me, and that's it for the Reiko basic character tutorial. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time.